So my friend Chelsea had told me she saw this post where it says, sis, just start the damn business. So I'm like, okay, you're right. So then I started planning out. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra. For those who are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button just to stay up to date with my latest uploads. As you guys can tell by the title, I am officially a certified life coach. I am so happy, and the road to get here was pretty like up and down, but it's cool. I made it. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. This video will be like more of a story time on how I actually became a life coach. How did I get here? What motivated me? What pushed me? So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into that. So, all right, so I'm gonna take this back a little bit further than it actually starts. Before I went to college, I always knew, like, you know, I want to help people. I didn't know whether that was a nurse, a therapist, you know, something that was helping people. Now I went literally from major to major to major. I went from nursing to education to like just undecided at one point, and then I got to a point where my college was like, you're gonna have to pick a major or we're gonna drop you from your classes. So I declared the major communications, which I feel like, honestly, unless you know you're gonna be like a journalist or something, it's still undecided. Like, I'm just here for the degree. But fortunately for me, I mean, I'm doing like YouTube and like blogging, so I feel like communication still like really helped me. And yeah, so I just knew I had a passion for helping people, but I wasn't too sure on how I was gonna get there. So fast forward, I graduated. I got my first big girl job, and I'm gonna tell you, this job, it sucked. Like, the 9 to 5 life really sucks. And I don't know if it's just because I'm more of a creative person, and sitting at a desk all day, like doing computer work or phone work, it's just like so unfulfilling to me. But it was awful, and I was just like, I don't know, maybe I would like this if I worked from home or something like that. But it just wasn't cool. So then I moved on to my next job, and it was just like, again, like I just was not fulfilled nor satisfied with my position. So I'm like, okay. Like, I just didn't know what to do at this point. So then I was fast forward a little bit more. At the end of 2019, like as I was, you know, like evaluating my goals for the next year, like what did I want to set out to do, I was talking to my friends, and I actually told them, like, you know, I am thinking about being a life coach. My other friend Chelsea, she's here on YouTube as well. I believe her YouTube is Excel with Chelsea. I'll put it in the below so you guys can check out her channel as well. But we both were talking about, you know, life coaching, and that was something that we wanted to do. So back and forth, like occasionally we'll like show each other like some certifications that we were thinking about doing. Now, life coach certification can be very, very expensive. So I actually was avoiding it because of how expensive it was. I kind of was just gonna save for it, you know, like, but I don't know, when it comes to me and saving, like, I just wasn't good at it at the moment. I'm pretty good now. So I just sort of had it in the back of my mind, like, yeah, I want to do a life coaching certification soon. Like, I mean, it's something I can do in the future, but I wasn't really like pushing myself to do it. But then I feel like everything literally happens for a reason. Now, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I'm just saying how this whole situation affected me. When COVID-19 happened, this literally shook up everybody's world. Lots of people lost their jobs, lots of people are laid off, lots of people are working from home. First I started working from home, but then eventually like they laid us off. So being laid off, I was actually kind of excited because I'm like, ooh, I can work on my YouTube channel. I actually didn't even work on my YouTube channel too much. I actually found a life coaching certification that I can do online that was pretty cheap because it was on sale, because the company was actually, you know, catering to people who were in this pandemic and, you know, they have lost their jobs. So really just helping them, you know, start a business for themselves and really just creating something that they can't actually be fired from. So I saw it was on sale and I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't buy it immediately. I sent it to my friend Chelsea. I was like, look, girl, you should look into this. So she actually bought the course first. And then I was like, it was just eating me up. Like, you might as well buy it. You might as well buy it. This is something that you said you want us to do. And so went ahead and got the course, and then I finished. Yeah, finished, and then I felt so like accomplished and really just happy inside, because knowing that as a life coach, really there to be a motivational friend in somebody's life, really, you know, helping them achieve their goals, pushing them, you know, asking them the right questions. I feel like that's something that a lot of people lack. A lot of people look to their friends and their family for support, but a lot of times your friends and family don't understand your dreams, don't want your dreams, or they don't have the capacity to be your personal cheerleader. But as a life coach, that is our job. So I thought that was something that was awesome, because you can really, really help people. I worked on this all while I was laid off from my job. I actually didn't know if I would be returning to work. You know, I actually was working with a therapist, and she kind of told me, she was like, so if you go back to work, how do you feel about that? And I was like, you know, I kind of really don't want to go back to work. I kind of just want to do my own thing, work on my own business and stuff like that. So she was like, hey, you know, go for it. I'm here to support you, whatever you need. So then I got a phone call from work, and they were telling us like, yeah, we're going to need you to hop on a conference call the next day. So immediately I thought, okay, they want to open up the country, so they about to send us back to work. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. But little did I know, they were firing people. They basically told us like some people will be returning to work on Monday and some will be permanently gone. I was a part of the bunch that was permanently gone, and I wasn't mad. I was like, I kind of felt a little bit of sadness the next day, but then I was just like, whatever, because I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. You really have to do things that make you happy, or you're gonna be miserable. So it was just like, okay, whatever. Now, at this point, I had already put in a request for my LLC to get it approved, and I had been waiting like a week and a half at this point. So the next day after I found out I was fired, my LLC got approved, and I was like, oh, this is a sign from God. He's saying, listen, sis, it's time to walk in your purpose. You're supposed to be out here helping women, so that's what you need to do. Stop trying to go to a place where I didn't call you to be. Like, do you guys ever think about the fact that, like, we make so many decisions in life, but how many decisions do we actually pray on and really like fast on before we do them? Yeah. So that's something that I've been like working on, like during this time I was all praying on decisions before I move. And this was something that I really prayed on. I actually did a juice fast, and I gained so much clarity on how I wanted to do, you know, my coaching program and stuff like that. So I was just like, oh, boom, it's game time. Now I'm to the point where I did my fast and God downloaded so much into me. You know, I kind of was like procrastinating with it a little bit, or really just trying to hold it off. Or like it wasn't perfect. Like, you know, I didn't have a specific site for it and things like that. I just wanted everything to be cohesively cute, cohesively perfect. And you know, that's not really the most important thing. The most important thing is making sure that you're reaching people and actually helping them. So, my friend Chelsea had told me she saw this post where it says, sis, just start the damn business. So I'm like, okay, you're right. So then I started planning out my content, really just figuring out where I'm gonna show up, you know, in social media. I actually decided to, you know, branch myself out a little bit. I decided to make a coaching Instagram separate from my personal Instagram, just because like my personal Instagram will be like my blogs and my vlogs and just like my everyday like lifestyle info, and I kind of wanted coaching to be just straight coaching, you know, motivational, inspirational, transformational, helping people. So I didn't want to mix the two. So make sure you guys follow my Instagram. It is _create-a-life-you-love, and you can also book a session through the link in my Instagram. I am open for sessions as soon as June 1st. And I'm just ready to help. As far as what I specialize in, it'll be self-love, happiness, and really like, you know, just health and wellness where people may struggle. I successfully lost 50 pounds, you know. Everybody goes to college and gains, you know, like the freshman 15, I gained the freshman 50, but I was able to, you know, pull that off with, you know, just setting goals and being dedicated. And I want to be there to help someone else with their goals and be dedicated. I don't know if I told you guys, but my company will be called Create a Life You Love. And I want this to be so much more bigger than coaching. Like, I eventually want to do some courses, I want to do some webinars, I want to do some merch. So I didn't really just want to call it like create a life you love coaching. I kind of wanted it to be a company, and it can have, you know, things under it. So, but that's something that I had to learn. Happiness is something that you have to really create for yourself. It's not something that just happens. You have to figure out who you are. You have to figure out what you want, and then you have to plan and you have to go for it. I think it's really just the decision. You have to decide, are you important? Is your happiness important? Learn to love yourself. As far as like decisions, like we all have a little bit of control of our destiny, you know. As far as like decisions, something bad may have happened to you before, but it is your job to be able to, you know, get the help you need and be able to move forward. Sitting in something old too long is not doing you any justice. You're really just self-sabotaging yourself, being stuck while the world is still moving. So make sure you're deciding to be forward driven and really just moving towards your goals. Now, like I said, anything bad can happen. We're all dealt cards, but it is up to you to figure out how you're going to play the cards. So that is Create a Life You Love. I'm officially a life coach. Book me. Yeah, go ahead and book me. I'll put the link here. Remember, you can also book me through my Instagram account, and then I'll also put the link in the description. Also, you can go on mymentor.life, and then you can search Sierra, and then I'll come up. Now, I look forward to working with you guys. I look forward to being, you know, your personal cheerleader. I look forward to helping hold you accountable and really just achieving your goals. We all need that support, and if you need it, I'm here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Share it with a friend. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.